Hello everyone, this is the fourth video of immunology lecture series. In this video, we will be discussing in detail about the MSC complex or the major histocompatibility complex, the name which we have come across so many times in our previous videos on immunology lecture series. We have seen that both B cells and the T cells function to recognize the antigens. The B cell can recognize free antigens. Contrary to that, the T cells can recognize antigens present on the surface of other cells and presented by the MSC complex, either MSC complex 1 or 2. So what are MSC complex? The major histocompatibility complex are the membrane bound cell surface glycoproteins, means they are glycoprotein in nature, which held within their binding group antigenic P cells or peptides to present to the T cell. Means when the phagocytic cell engulf any foreign antigen or foreign pathogen, it will digest the pathogen, the proteins will be converted into peptides and the peptides will be presented over the surface of the cell with the help of MSC molecules. Now these MSC complex are encoded by cluster of closely associated genes called as MSC locus or simply MSC. The peptide fragments that bind to the MSC molecules are generated inside the cell and the complex of antigenic peptide plus MSC is transported to the cell surface. Thus, the MSC molecules act as cell surface vessels for carrying and displaying antigenic fragments for the T cells. Coming to history, the genes of this region, that is the MSC locus, they encode protein that determines if a tissue transplanted will be accepted or rejected. Hence the name of to this complex was given as MSC or major histocompatibility complex. Later on it was found that it plays also an important role in immunity. Now three scientists, Benacerraf, Dowsett and Snell, in 1980 they won Nobel Prize in medicine or physiology for their work on the MSC molecules, that is they characterize the functions controlled by the MSC locus, especially their organ transplant fate and the immune response to antigens. Later on, two scientists, Rolf Zinkernagel and Peter Doherty, they found that MSC plays a role in adaptive immunity by showing that T cells need to recognize the MSC proteins in addition to the antigen, or they can recognize the antigen only in presence of MSC molecule. Now important point to note here is that most MSC genes exist in different or multiple forms called as alleles, and the specific allele inherited by a person determines the individual's response to infection, the development of autoimmunity and susceptibility to disease. Means the MSC molecules or MSC complex vary between the different individuals, hence responsible for graft rejection or transplant rejection in many cases. Now coming to other part, these MSC complex are of three classes: MSC class 1, class 2 and class 3. Members of the first two classes, that is class 1 and class 2, are similar in shapes and both are responsible for displaying antigens to the T cell, but their role vary a little bit. On the other hand, the MSC class 3 molecules, though they play a role in immune response, but they generally do not involve direct presentation of antigens to the T cell. We will discuss about the role of MSC class 3 in detail in some other video. Now coming to class 1 major histocompatibility complex. Coming to the structure, it consists of, this is the schematic representation of MSC class 1 molecule. It consists of two polypeptide chains, a much larger about 45 kilodalton alpha chain and a smaller 12 kilodalton beta chain. The beta chain is usually beta 2 microglobulin. The alpha chain, it consists of three domains, that is present on the exterior side, three domains, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, each having 90 amino acids. Also it has a transmembrane segment which is hydrophobic around 25 amino acids and a cytoplasmic tail which is hydrophilic in nature and around 30 amino acid in length. Now as we can see from the diagram, the alpha domain, or sorry, the alpha chain, it has a transmembrane and a cytoplasmic part, but the beta 2 microglobulin part, it is only present on the exterior and it does not have a transmembrane part. The alpha 1, alpha 2 are present distally, and the alpha 3, beta 2 microglobulin are present proximally. So the alpha 1 and alpha 2, they present a groove on its surface, which is the peptide binding groove. Okay, we have discussed about the binding groove in the definition. So this is the peptide binding groove. What is the peptide binding groove? The alpha 1 and alpha 2 interact to form a floor of 8 antiparallel beta strands, which is rimmed on both sides by 2 long alpha helices. Here you can see these are on the sides, there are 2 alpha helices. I have made only 4, but similar to this there are 8 antiparallel beta sheets. So the beta sheets, they form the floor, and the alpha helices, they form the sides of the groove. And this groove is large enough to bind to amino acid or peptide sequence of 8 to 10 amino acid in length. Important point is the alpha 3 domain and the beta 2 microglobulin part share a similar structure characteristic of immunoglobulin domain constant region. Means in immunoglobulin structure there is a constant region and a variable region, or the antigen binding site. So the constant region is there in the immunoglobulin molecule is similar to the alpha 3 domain and the beta 2 microglobulin domain, because the structure or the amino acid sequence is highly conserved at that particular site. Thus MSC class 1 alpha chain and beta 2 microglobulin are classified as members of immunoglobulin superfamily. The alpha 3 domain is highly conserved and contains a sequence that interacts strongly with the CD8 plus T molecules on the T cell. We have seen that MSC class 1 binds to CD8 plus T cell, and MSC class 2 molecules bind to CD4 plus T cell. So the alpha 3 domain of MSC class 1 interacts or binds to the CD8 plus T cells. The 3 chains, that is alpha chain, beta 2 microglobulin and the peptides, all associate with each other by non-covalent interactions, and all are essential for the proper folding and expression of the MSC peptide complex on the surface of the cell. It was found in vitro that a type of tumor cells known as Doddy tumor cells, Doddy tumor cells, which was isolated from Burkitt lymphoma patient, it was found that these Doddy tumor cells were unable to synthesize the beta 2 microglobulin. Though the cells, they were able to synthesize the MSC class 1 alpha chain, but they do not express them on the cell surface or the cell membrane due to the insufficiency or absence of beta 2 microglobulin. So what was done? The Doddy cells were transfected with functional gene encoding the beta 2 microglobulin. Then the class 1 molecules with peptide was found to be presented over the surface of the cell. Thus the presence of MHC class 1 presence of alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, beta 2 microglobulin, all are important for antigen presentation, though the beta 2 microglobulin part is not directly playing a role in the antigen presentation or not playing a role in forming the groove part or the peptide binding groove, but its presence is a must for the proper folding and expression of the MSC molecule. Coming to MSC class 2 molecules, now side by side we will also discuss the difference in structure between class 1 and class 2 MSC molecules. The MSC class 2 molecules contains 2 different glycoprotein chains similar to the class 1 molecules, the alpha chain and beta chains. There the 2 chains were difference in size, but here the size is almost similar of both alpha and beta chains. Both these chains are associated with non-covalent interactions. This is the structure. The alpha chain, it has alpha 1 and alpha 2 domain, external domain, alpha 1 being distal Similarly, the beta chain has beta 1 and beta 2 domain. Beta 1 and alpha 1 are present distally and alpha 2 beta 2 are present proximally. Both have transmembrane segment, contrary to the MSC class 1 molecule where beta 2 microglobulin chain had no transmembrane part and cytoplasmic part. Another here the alpha 1 and beta 1 are forming the peptide binding groove. Important point to note here is that both the ends are open. In the previous picture we had seen only one end of the groove was open and other end was closed, but here both the ends are open, so it can accommodate longer peptide chain of about 13 to 18 amino acid in length. Now the peptide binding groove in both MSC class 1 and class 2 molecules, they exhibit polymorphism. The peptide binding by class 1 and class 2 molecules do not exhibit specificity characteristic of antigen specific receptors. Any MSC molecule can bind various peptides and few peptides can bind to several MSC molecules. This is opposite or contrary to what we have seen or what we know about the antigen antibody binding, which is highly specific in nature. What is that? Several 100 different types of alleles of MSC class 1 and class 2 molecules are present in the human population, but an individual express only a very small part of that particular allele. That is, in class 1 molecule about 6 different classes and class 2 around 12 different classes of MSC molecules, 12 different varieties of MSC molecules are presented. But this limited variety of MSC molecules in an individual is able to present the large variety or countless variety of antigenic peptides to the T cell and helps in the functioning of immune system. Thus, it has been found that MSC molecules, both peptide binding groove in both the MSC class 1 and class 2 molecules, they exhibit polymorphism. That is, they are not highly specific to one another. Now, MSC class 1 peptide interaction. As we have discussed previously that MSC class 1 it binds to intracellular peptides and MSC class 2 binds to the extracellular peptides of extracellular pathogens, and it also present it to the CD8 plus T cell. The peptide binding to the MSC 1 have two different features. One is they are 8 to 10 amino acid in length and mostly they are 9 amino acid in length, and hence they are known as monomers, and they contain specific amino acid residue at key location in the chain. Important point is that the ability of an individual MSC class 1 molecule to bind diverse group of peptides is due to the presence of the similar amino acid at the key position along the peptides. Means why the answer to the question, that is why the MSC molecules exhibit polymorphism, is because of the presence of specific or a particular type of amino acid at the specific position in the peptide chain of 8 to 10 which is 8 to 10 amino acid in length. So that particular type of amino acids at the particular position, they are known as anchor residues. They are known as anchor residues. We can see in the diagram. This is the about 9 amino acid long peptide chain, and the either second position or third position or both second third position, and usually the 9th position amino acid act as anchor which binds to the groove. Means if this is the groove is like this, these two part will bind to the groove, and this part, the other part is the center part is free and it will bulge outside, and usually this is the part which can bind or which can interact with the T cell. So the peptide molecules, few amino acids of the peptide molecules acts as anchor and are known as anchor residues. What happens that the side chain of the anchor residue in the peptides are complementary with the surface features of the binding groove of the MSC molecule. So the points are getting clearer here. That is clear here. That is first question, why polymorphism is exhibited by the MSC molecules? Because of the peptides which are presented to them, few positions of the peptides, they act as anchor molecules and they only bind to the antigen presenting or the peptide binding groove of the MHC molecule, not the whole protein sequence, and the rest part can bulge outside. So if there is the amino acid are conserved at that particular part, then that particular peptide or different peptides having similar amino acid sequence at second, third and ninth position will be able to bind to a particular type of MSC class 1 molecule. And why the particular amino acids are able to bind to that can function as anchor residue? Because the side chains of the anchor residues are complementary with the surface features of the binding group of the MSC class 1 molecules. So the concept is clear here. Although many different peptide fragments of a given foreign antigen will be presented to the CD8 plus T cell, only a particular set of MSC class 1 allele inherited by the individual will determine which specific set of fragments from the many fragments will be presented. Means when a peptide is digested or a protein is digested by a phagocytic cell, different types of peptides will be formed, but which peptide will be presented by the particular MSC molecule will be determined by the type of MSC1 allele present or inherited by the particular individual. The anchor residues are found at two regions in the peptide chains, usually at position 9 at the carboxy terminal, which are usually hydrophobic in nature, that is leucine and isoleucine, and at second and third position both at the amino terminal end of the peptide. Means this is the carboxy terminal end, this is the amino terminal end, and any peptide of same or chemically similar amino acid at the particular site, that is the anchor residue, can bind to the same MSC class 1 molecule. Now coming to MSC class 2 peptide interaction, that at the peptide groove. The MSC class 2 complex presents antigen to the CD4 plus T cell. Here the peptides are usually 13 to 18 amino acids in length. The peptide binding groove is open at both the ends, contrary to the MSC class 1 peptide binding groove, where it is open at one end and closed at other end. It is less conserved nature. The MSC class 2 molecules are of less conserved nature, so greater variability in the sequence and length of the peptide. It lacks the anchor residue, but instead of anchor residues, hydrogen bonds are present at the between the backbone of the peptide and the class 2 molecules, which are distributed throughout the binding sites. And the peptide bindings to the MSC class 2 molecules contains an internal sequence of 7 to 10 amino acids that act as major contact points. Means at the center there is a sequence of 8 to 10 amino acids which act as the contact point. This sequence contains aromatic or hydrophobic residue at the amino terminal, 3 hydrophobic residue in the center and hydrophobic residue at the carboxy terminal. The peptides of MSC2 usually contains proline residue at position 2 and another cluster of prolines at the carboxy terminal. So this is the feature of MSC class 2 and peptide interaction at the peptide binding groove. If you are having any doubt, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.